Okay, so we already had discussed the pyogenic abscess, pyemic abscess, and now we discuss the cold abscess. So the cold abscess, as the name itself suggests, cold means when an abscess become cold, means or be present as a cold abscess when it has not the sign and symptom of the acute inflammation, because the acute inflammation sign are that redness, hotness, pain, and tenderness. So if that symptoms are not present, then that abscess will present as a cold abscess. Usually that abscess is a painless because there is a no sign of the acute inflammation. Usually this is very exceptional means and very less common case and usually present along with the tubercular infections. The main characteristic feature of this abscess is a patient present with a lump that is having cystic nature, but it is a painless and slow growing lump. If left untreated for longer time, then it may burst and develop a sinus. So the important thing is that if you are suspecting the cold abscess, then first try to find out and rule out the tubercular infections, because almost every time it always is the sequel of the tubercular infections. Most commonly the pulmonary tuberculosis or extrapulmonary tuberculosis, the bones, joints. The commonest sites are the neck, that severe irritated cervical lymph nodes, axilla, chest wall, anterior side, the lateral sides, loin, loin regions, inguinal lymph nodes. Usually, the pathophysiology is that when a person has the tubercular infections, and infection is traveling to the nearby lymph nodes, and the lymph node and that lymph nodes is getting involved, and the virulency of the this bacteria is not very high, and the patient has a good immune system. So that immune system limited that infection in that lymph nodes only, and in that lymph node the caseating necrosis happens. Caseating necrosis is nothing, just try to understand just liquefaction of that lymph node in between, in middle center, and there is a one pyogenic membrane, or say one cavity is formed which has a liquid material in the center and surrounding by a protective layer. So this caseation, it's a caseating. This phenomena is happening in the pulmonary tuberculosis also. That called the Ghon's focus, that focus tubercular foci. These are present in the lungs also. So similarly, this caseation, caseating necrosis, caseation process occurs in that lymph nodes, that will present as a abscess, the cold abscess, because it is filled with a pus. So as you know that common sites are the which have more lymph nodes, cervical lymph nodes, axilla, loin, and along with it the ribs, because when the tubercular infection is travel through these nerves, the intercostal nerves, and it reaches in the intercostal muscles, and it may involve in between somewhere the infection is collected and it develop a abscess. Just like you see in the pictures, that person, the cervical area is involved. Usually if it is occur in the cervical area, then usually more than one lymph nodes is involved and more than one swellings are there. Usually the swelling is non-tender, soft and matted. And here the single is involved, and here the anterior side of the sternum is involved. The same thing. So these things usually if present early, then you feel only the fluctuating swelling, means cystic swelling which has liquid fluid inside. In later condition, if abscess is not treated properly, then it gets secondary infected by some other bacteria along with the tuberculosis, and then it starts some inflammations may start, and if it bursts at that time, that the patient may present with a continuous discharging sinus. So that is the clinical features. How we should treat? The first, this has the similar features with the when we in Ayurvedic portion where we discuss the Vidrdi, then the Kaphaj Vidrdi has the similar features. Kaphaj Vidrdi has not any sign of the inflammation. Mandoshmata, Sheet Kamta, and it has the itching, Kandu Bahulya. So similarly here you can see in the cold abscess there is no tenderness, no hotness, not severe pain, and the pain, but the itching will be there if it is sinus formation is there. Then due to the pus discharge, the itching will be there. Understand? So that Kaphaj Vidrdi have similar features just like the cold abscess. Now comes to the treatment part. The first and foremost, if you diagnose a cold abscess in a patient, just immediately you have to start the anti-tubercular treatment. In some cases, if lump is not resolved, even after giving the anti-tubercular treatment, within 1 month or 2 months, the lump is not involved and it having some pressure effect nearby structure. Suppose any nearby vessels is there and it is pressurized, or any nerves are there and the feature of nerve compression are there, or patient have some discomfort. In that case, you may try to aspirate the pus from that pus cavity, so it reduces the tension in that cavity, so the patient will get a little relief and the condition may be cured easily. If the local abscess still persists, means you are giving the anti-tubercular treatment, you have once aspirated, and it is still there is present, especially if the lymph node is involved, then better you should excise that lymph node along with some other nearby lymph nodes also. And before going further, just elaborate one thing. Then usually the process of aspirations or the process of the incision in other abscess, the pyogenic abscess or the pyemic abscess, is really the site, the most prominent as well as most dependent site should be there. If most prominent and dependent sites are different, then we will go for the counter incisions. But in the case of the cold abscess, we should not go if we are doing the aspiration, we should not go the most dependent part or the most prominent part. We should go a healthy part and most undependent part. Why? Because if it is tuberculosis, because it is mostly 100%, 90% cases, it is due to the tuberculosis. So if the bacteria is tuberculosis and you are just aspirating from the dependent part, then that part, that wound created for your aspiration will not heal properly and will create a continuous discharging sinus. So here is the exception for the IND as well as the aspiration. We should not go for the most prominent part. We should go for the most prominent as well as most dependent part. We should go most undependent part, and we should enter through the healthy skin so that it heals quickly and it resolves. Understand? And don't go for incision and drainage in any cold abscess. First, go for the anti-tubercle treatment. If it is not involved, if it is not resolved, then go for the aspirations. If aspiration is also not resolved, and then go for the excision of that complete lymph nodes. You should not, the IND is not advised in the cold abscess, because if you do IND, that wound you create for the draining of the pus will not heal properly because of the involvement of the tuberculous bacteria. So this is the general principle in any case, in any abscess, anywhere. If you are suspecting the tuberculosis, then first go for the anti-tubercle treatment. 99% that condition will resolve itself. The pus will dry up and the cavity will heal properly. If in any cases it is not healing, in that case only you try to aspirate. If there is a pus filled, then you try to aspirate the cavity and then leave it through most undependent parts and healthy parts, through healthy skins. Never go for the incision and drainage in the any abscess which may have possibility to involve the tubercular infections. This is the general principle. Always remember. If any very rare cases, the cavity is little deep, and you are not trying to, you are after even trying, you cannot aspirate that complete cavity, and that except other than lymph nodes, means the excision is not an option. So in that case you may go for the IND, but in that case you just excise complete involved tissue, and after getting the healthy tissue you just close that wound with a suture material. So this is only exception when the wound may be closed if it is very small and you have excised or unhealthy tissue, but it is very rare cases. Next, the complication of the abscess. These are the whole complication of the all, means the not only cold abscess, all abscesses. First thing, if that condition is not taken seriously, initial conditions, and the proper antibiotics, proper anti-inflammatory medicine is not given, then the complete bacteria along with their toxins will go into the blood and cause the septicemic conditions, and the patient may go into the septicemic shock, especially in case of the pyemic abscesses. In pyogenic abscess, the condition, if it is not done properly and within time, as Sushita says, ayatasya vishalasya subhivitto nirasara prapt kalptaschapi, means that the incision you should give given that ayatasya vishalas means clean incisions, proper breaking of all the loculi, and it should be done on the time. If you delayed, then what happens? It will lead to the infection will travel into the deeper tissue and create the sinus, and chronicity will develop. So it will lead to the chronic ulcers. Next point also the sinus formations. And third, the last thing, infection may spread to the adjacent organs. Adjacent organ, just like this means the pyogenic abscess, initial pyogenic abscess may convert into the pyemic abscess. Just like if any pyogenic abscess in perianal area, and you are not draining that abscess within time, that then due to the perianal area is that complete blood from that perianal area is drained through these inferior rectal veins and through the portal vein. So if infection is greatly present in perianal area in the sinuses, hemorrhoidal sinuses are get involved. Infection is travel into these hemorrhoidal sinuses. Through hemorrhoidal sinus, this infecting organism may travel to that liver through hepatic portal vein and may they develop these small pyemic abscess, multiple small pyemic abscess in the liver. Understand that condition is called the portal pyemia. When the infection is traveled through portal vein from the lower part of the rectum or from perianal area to the liver, that is called the portal pyemia. So that condition is maybe developed when infection may travel from one organ to the other organ through the blood or lymph or any other means. So here this topic is complete. Cold abscess,